Coach, recently back off your trip to the greater Midwest for cross country and national championships going on up there. Let's talk about how the team fared on the trip for the national championships.
Well, our women's team was third. And looking back on, I think we had a shot to be second. And we had one girl that got a little bit injured on the course kind of thing. And nothing major, just one of those things that cost her. She was our number 2 girl and ended up finishing 6th. And it really hurt us there as a team. The team that won at Iowa Central had all sophomore girls back and ran really well. And I'm not sure that we were quite to that level. But the good thing is 7 out of 9 of my girls are freshmen. So next year we should return a very good team. Our men's team, we took there a little bit to get experience. We knew probably not going to be a top 5 or 6 team going in, but we were all freshmen and 1 sophomore, and the 1 sophomore is an 800-meter guy. So it's really not his race. And we ended up 16th on the men's side, and I thought ran really well considering that on the way there, one of our guys had gotten sick, and when we got there, another one, our number 1 runner, got sick when he got there. So we had 2 of the 7 guys not feeling well for the race, and I thought we competed really well considering that going on and the fact that we were all freshmen except for 1 guy. And no internationals on the guy side, so it was an all-American group, all freshmen pretty much. And I think next year those guys will be really solid.
This weekend you've got the NJCAA Half Marathon here in town, plus a fun run. This thing has been a gargantuan event from the get-go. Let's talk about where all this started.
Well, one of the philosophies that we have here, especially with Coach Tubby and the athletic director, is that we're going to give back to the community every chance we get, which means that we're going to host some national meets. And, we just hosted national track. Indoors is going to be at Tech, which even though that doesn't directly affect Levelland, it's still this area. We're going to have a couple of cross-country meets and another couple of outdoor track meets here in the next 4, 5, 6 years. So that's kind of where that came from. And his philosophy has always been, if we're going to go and compete at it, at some point in time, we're going to try to host it. And and his daughter likes to compete in marathons and travel around, so he's kind of passionate about this particular event and really likes it. So it kind of originated with him, and then we've just kind of got out there and as a group and as a staff, and everybody has jumped in, and the city's been real supportive, and the school's always supportive. It's just been it's been a lot of work, but it's one of those things. I'm hoping if it goes off well Saturday, will be a good thing for South Plains College and the community.
I'm not sure you can find a better place to run in November than West Texas. I mean, yeah, you can contest some wind, but I'm seeing temperatures right around 65 degrees by midday, not much wind to speak of. It's going to be a great day for cross-country runners.
It should be, and that's exciting because we went to Kansas, 4 or 5 years ago, and the wind chill factor was 10 below 0 when we did it, and I was on my bike in about 400 layers. And in fact, I probably looked like a ball on top of a bike as I was riding the course. But it was cold, and the wind was just, it just went right through you. So I'm excited that we're hopefully going to have some good weather, and I'm hoping the wind's not too much. But I think, it's flat, but we're at altitude here. So the people coming in, they're going to have to run at a little higher altitude. So I think it does give us a little bit of an advantage. I know most people don't think is West Texas, but we're up on the Cap Rock, so it is an altitude run. But the course itself is pretty flat, so it ought to be pretty good course.
Great thing is you get to put this in together with this community fun run, if you will. Now, I myself have never used fun and run in the same sentence ever, but for the folks out there who are distance runners, and there's a lot of them around the area, this is a great opportunity to get out and run right here in town. And as you said, the weather looks good. The city's been really cooperative about knocking down streets and keeping streets blocked off and things for this. Any idea how many people you've got registered as of date for all this fun running activity going on?
Fun run, I'm not 100% sure. I think we're probably in the neighborhood of, with the 2 mile, the mile we canceled because we just didn't have any entries at that level. But the 2 mile and the 10K, I'm going to guess we're probably going to have maybe 30 or 40 runners total. Now, the good thing with this thing is they can walk up still. If they haven't signed up already, they can still come and walk up and pay and still run. So, you could double. You'd look up and have 60 or 70 runners if
Sure.
a lot of people have planned on waiting to see how the weather is maybe, and then they're just going to go and pay when they get there. So That's a possibility. Now, the actual half marathon is going to be somewhere probably around 170 runners, maybe around 100 guys, and around 70 on the women's side. So that's going to be a pretty good size race, and ought to be a pretty competitive race as well.
And that's the thing about giving back to the community. You talk about 175 college students coming to town to run. They don't show up by themselves. There's a coach in tow, or maybe two, and a trainer, and somebody to drive the van, and a few other associated people attached to this. It really ends up being quite a big crowd of people, I would think, to be coming into West Texas, into Levelland.
Oh, you bet. And it fills our hotels, and our restaurants will get some business, and Lubbock will obviously get some as well, because there'll be a few that stay there, and obviously some restaurants and stuff over there. So it definitely helps. I think financially brings some things to the community.
We're looking forward to it. I know we've got one of the, they still told us we were the music station for the halfway point. So I'm going to come up with as many songs as the word run in it as I can, I think, and throw it out there. And
it's a little Bon Jovi. She's a little runaway.
That's right. She's a little runaway. It takes like that. Should be a great time. Again, it's Saturday, and folks can still walk up. If you're a runner, you haven't got signed up, you still want to do that, you can do that on the Mallet on Saturday morning.
You bet. And, they just need to go to our website, the spctexans.com, and Joe Walker's got all the race information and sign up stuff and what they can or can't do, and it gives them all the information they should need, and if not, who to contact if they need some more information.
Very good, Coach. Final thoughts for us today before we let you go and get ready to get out there and fire that starter's pistol here on Saturday.
Well, the one thing, our women have won the last 2 years in a row, the half marathon. And going back to cross country, I do want to point out that Darren Shalott, our girl from Florida, was national champion on that, and we've now had back-to-back national champions in cross country, individual titles. And what's really neat about this particular one is it's been over 10 years that I don't know how long it's been, but at least 10 years since an American girl has won the cross country title individually. And so her being from Florida and being able to do that was really a cool thing. And she's also the half marathon national champion last year as a freshman. So she has a chance to come in and see if she can't defend her title a little bit. And our girls team, we have 2 of the 3 back, and from last year's title team, and we've got 3 or 4 other girls that are really pretty solid there. So I think we'll have a chance on the women's side to win it. And our men, I think we are a little better here, I think, than we are in cross country, and maybe it could be a top 4 or 5 team here. So it'll be a neat thing, and we're excited.
Good day to go out and cheer on the South Plains College Texan Lady Texans.
You bet. Spread out around the course, coming to the campus. We'll be running through campus, around the square. Be a chance for people to come see some runners and root us on. And no, we're happy and we're excited and we're ready to get it on.